Have you ever wondered how you could become a superhero in the fight against germs? Well, today, we're going on an adventure deep inside the human body to uncover the secrets of one of medicine's greatest superpowers, vaccines. We're going to see exactly how they turn your body into a world-class germ-fighting machine.
But first, let's start with a little puzzle. Imagine you had to fight a giant, scary monster. How could you possibly train for that battle to make sure you'd win, but without any risk of actually getting hurt? Seriously, think about that for a second, because the answer is the key to how vaccines work. It's how they get our bodies ready to fight off real-world germs safely.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Every great story needs a villain, right? And in the story of our body, the villains are germs. These are the tiny, microscopic invaders that are always trying to get inside and make us sick.
Now, there's a fancy, sciencey name for these villains. It's pathogen. A pathogen is really just any germ that can cause an illness. So whether we're talking about a virus that gives you the flu or some bacteria that causes an infection, those are the bad guys in our story. But hey, don't worry. Your body doesn't just leave you defenseless. No way. You have an incredible superhero team on your side ready to protect you. It's called the immune system, and it is on duty 24/7. So, just picture your immune system as the world's greatest security force. Its number one job, the most important thing it does, is tell the difference between self, all the cells that are supposed to be in your body, and non-self, like those pathogen villains trying to sneak past the guards.
To really understand how this team operates, we've got to learn a little bit of their lingo. And I promise, it sounds way more complicated than it actually is. Let's break down 3 super important words using some simple analogies.
All right, this is a really crucial part. Every single pathogen wears a kind of unique uniform on its surface. This uniform is called an antigen. Think of it like a sports team's logo. Your immune system sees it and immediately knows, hey, you're not from around here.
So what happens when your body spots one of these new uniforms? Well, it creates these amazing things called antibodies. They're like a pair of custom-made, super-specific handcuffs. The antibody for, say, the chickenpox virus won't fit on the flu virus at all. It's a perfect match, like only one key being able to open one specific lock.
So, how does our hero team get ready for a real invasion? I mean, how does it know which handcuffs to make ahead of time? Well, it needs a safe place to practice, and that's exactly what a vaccine is. It's the training ground.
This chart right here really shows you the main difference. Getting sick for real is like fighting the villain at full strength, and that can be super dangerous. A vaccine, on the other hand, is like a totally safe training simulation. You face a weakened or even a fake version of the villain, so your body learns the entire winning strategy without any of the actual risk.
And here it is, the superhero training montage. It's awesome. First, the vaccine introduces a harmless version of the germ. Your body immediately spots the antigen, uniform. Then, it starts making the right antibody, handcuffs. It wins the practice fight, no problem. And then, the most important part, it remembers the entire battle plan for the future.
And that right there, that's the real superpower. The best part of all this training isn't just winning the practice round. It's about what your immune system remembers long after the training is done.
The secret to this memory superpower is another special team member, your B cells. Think of them like the librarians of your immune system. They store the blueprint for the exact antibody needed to take down a specific germ. That way, if the real villain ever shows up, maybe years later, the B cells can just pull out that blueprint and tell your body to start making the right handcuffs immediately.
All right, pop quiz time. True or false? You need a booster shot because the first vaccine just wasn't strong enough. What do you think? The answer is false. The first vaccine is definitely strong enough. The thing is, for some germs, our immune memory can start to fade a little over time. So a booster shot is basically just a quick training refresher to remind your B cells how to fight, keeping that memory sharp and ready to go.
And the memory length is actually different for different villains. For something like chickenpox, your body pretty much remembers how to fight it forever. For tetanus, that memory fades, so you need that refresher every 10 years or so. And then you've got these really tricky villains, like the flu virus, which literally change their uniforms every single year. That's why we need a new flu shot annually, to learn the new game plan.
But this training, this whole process, it doesn't just protect you. It actually unlocks an even bigger superpower, protecting your entire community.
This incredible idea is called herd immunity.
When most people in a community are vaccinated and protected, it's like they form a giant human shield. The germs just can't find anyone to infect, so they can't spread. And this protects the few people who can't get vaccines, like newborn babies or people who are really sick and have weak immune systems.
This chart shows it perfectly. See that huge vaccinated group? They form a protective wall. And because they're safe, the germ has almost nowhere to go, so it can't reach that smaller group of people who are really vulnerable. It's the ultimate act of teamwork. So, what's the one-sentence summary? The too long, didn't read? It's this. Vaccines are a safe way to teach your immune system how to fight a specific germ before you ever get sick from it. It's kind of like your teacher giving you all the test questions and the answers to study a week before the final exam. You're basically guaranteed to ace it.
And this quote right here, it just says it all. The goal is to safely trick the immune system. You get all the benefits of learning how to fight the germ, but with none of the danger of actually getting sick. It's a really clever imitation that leads to real-world protection.
So, I want to leave you with a final thought. This idea of safe preparation, it's an incredibly powerful tool, and it doesn't just apply to germs. If you could design a vaccine to get ready for any challenge in life, like maybe public speaking, or a tough math test, or a big game, what would you choose to train for? Thanks for joining our training camp today.